Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to show you my little but fast beast, and I will take you through the building phase, explain the reasons behind its size and part choices, show you the advantages, and compare it with other design ideas.
At the beginning, my purpose was to create a small, fast car to race with your friends on your island.
So first of all, why this size? Because if it will be small, then possibly it can go faster and can't cost much for the repair, right? And its maneuverability would be better because of its small size. Even with a little thruster, it can turn better. By the way, turning not so bad, I think. Why call it the G-Kart? Because it was inspired by go-kart, and it's mine. That's where the G come from. Why build it with only fenders? I have focused on fenders because of their curvy shapes. The curve on itself makes this part suitable to build bigger curvy forms, and by building, I shot with pistols accidentally and realized that the fenders are almost indestructible. Before this moment, I have always used the pickaxe to destroy them. And they are pretty light. This makes the vehicle fast. And using only fenders gives it a sleek, one-color, compact look. Let's jump into a comparison so you can see the difference. First, let's look at the Speeder, the smallest official LEGO vehicle. I don't even need to explain, it's way slower than my G-Kart and it just can't handle turns on rough terrain. Okay, let's add thrusters and compare again. Although the Speeder is faster with thrusters, it's still not fast enough, and it's not amenable to modifications that would improve its maneuverability. Therefore, I tried to create an alternative to the G-Kart, but one that could be built without fenders. In my first attempt, I tried a similar design using a medium cabin roof. It's thin like floor parts, but much more durable. However, I couldn't make it stable. It was pretty bad at turning, and the engine weight wasn't enough to keep the vehicle grounded. I tried putting a brush guard on the front, but that didn't help either. The front was still too light, and there was no room for lighting. By sliding the upper cabin roof towards the rear, I finally created space for the headlights. Then, by matching the rear tire size to the front tires, I fixed the balance. Finally, I had a perfect G-Kart alternative. And when it comes to the comparison with the G-Kart, although it gained considerable speed with the thrusters, it still couldn't match the G-Kart's top speed. As you can see, the G-Kart is in a league of its own. If you want to see more unique custom vehicles like this, make sure to show some support. Drop a like or subscribe to join the garage. It really helps me keep the creativity flowing for the next build. Before jumping into the G-Kart build tutorial, I want to show you the fender's durability against a dragon. To test this, I built a moving cage to protect myself and attack at the same time. No commentary needed, just watch. So, I had high hopes, but unfortunately, no chance. Now let's jump into the G-Kart building guide. Here is the list of the materials you need for this car. I'm using the pressure plate to attach the fenders to different faces. The vehicle's body is symmetrical, and it's made of 6 medium fenders, starting with the first 2 parts. Use the E button to change the building direction here. It's E as default. For a build of this scale, it doesn't matter where you start, but once the first part is built, you must place the next pressure plate symmetrically to keep the balance. Otherwise, you might have trouble placing the pieces symmetrically.
In this way, the first 4 pieces are connected. Now, place the 2 medium fenders, which will carry the seat and the engine.
Sometimes you'll try to switch directions and it won't work correctly. If that happens, just change your position and try the placement again. G-Kart's body is done. It's time to place the front wheels. Choose the small ones and place them exactly as I do. Here, I used the wood foundation to place the engine, and it worked for engine, but when I tried to place the seat, it didn't work. Yes, sometimes it doesn't work at all, which has worked before. When you can't place the seat, like happens here, then use pressure pedal or small thrusters to place it. I used the pressure pedal. These kinds of custom builds are a bit delicate, guys. You will mostly have to use pressure pedals or small thrusters because the placement might not work as you expect. This video proves it, which is why I'm showing the whole process. So be patient. It might take time to master this. Here, I don't need pressure pedal anymore, and I'm using the seat to orient the light, because the seat and the engine are oriented already to the vehicle's body, and their surface is on the right position, which I exactly need. I just wanted to double check the backlight positions before placing the thrusters. If the backlight is placed a bit further, then it will block the placement of the small thruster. I realized I should place the headlights before the front wheels, because somehow the front wheels block the headlight placement, even if it does not look so. Here, I'm using the seat to orient the headlight in the right direction. But as you can see, because of the right front wheel, it is not placeable. Almost done, just checking the wheel directions. On both sides, place thrusters to turn better. It helps extremely, especially when you use the rear thrusters. Okay, we're finished and ready to go. Oh, wait, I forgot to show the build of spoilers. I'm using the thruster's surface here for orientation.
This fender should be placed on top of the middle back fender. Just bring the piece on top and, by moving, find the right place. And stay on diagonal position of the target piece to see better the placement. Here, I should stay a bit on the right side to see the placement better. That's why I placed it wrong. If you realized 3-piece small thrusters fit too, it was 2 normally, but you should know there's not a significant amount of speed change when I place 3 of them. How? Check this out. As you see, 3-piece thrusters just make a barely noticeable difference in speed, but they affect the turns a bit negatively. The G-Kart is almost flying, so it's your choice. You know what? I have also tried the big thrusters. Check this out. With biggies, G-Kart is much faster, but it's hard to maneuver it because of big thrusters power. Guys, I've actually discovered a much faster version of this same size. I'm going to show it to you in full detail in the next video, along with a few other designs, and show you exactly how they perform in action on Ninjago Island. Please let me know your thoughts on the design or the video in the comments. And don't forget, with your support, I can go even faster. So if you want to see more, like and subscribe. See ya!